A truck driver is sentenced to 110 years in prison after this deadly accident. But now millions of Americans and civil rights activists are speaking out. They are saying that the sentence is just too harsh. The fiery crash on a Colorado interstate left 4 people dead, but that now convicted driver says it was really just a horrible accident. And even a juror who helped convict him is now coming to his aid. NewsNation's Felicia Bolton is here. So, Felicia, this driver really getting a lot of support.
Yeah, he's getting a ton of support. In fact, 4 million people and counting signed that petition calling for a reduced prison sentence for the semi-truck driver behind that deadly 28-car pileup in Colorado. One of the jurors responsible for convicting him is now speaking out about the punishment and demanding the governor of Colorado to step in.
I'll cry my eyes out. In my eyes, that sentence is 100-fold of what it should have been.
Those are the words of one of the jurors in the Rogel Aguilera-Mederos case. He's asked to remain anonymous for his own safety. The truck driver, Rogel Aguilera-Mederos, killed 4 people in an explosive crash on I-70 back in April of 2019. He was 23 at the time, and he claims his brakes failed, and that led to the crash. Court records show he had a clean driving record and no criminal history when he lost control of his truck. He passed all drug and alcohol tests, including a chemical test. But still, he was convicted on vehicular homicide and 23 other charges. Last week, he was sentenced to 110 years in prison.
There's just something wrong when laws are written to where a judge cannot intervene in some way. The way this is written is not right.
Nationwide backlash resulting in more than 4.5 million people signing a change.org petition for commutation or clemency in the sentencing.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of
In October, jurors found him guilty on 27 counts for his role in crashing his big rig into stalled traffic. A horrible accident, but one in which the judge stated when it comes to sentencing, his hands were tied. It's all based on Colorado law, which requires a mandatory minimum sentencing in the case. But the juror says this means the law needs to be changed.
I don't think the governor should sit there and offer him clemency and let him off, but to step in and sit there and say this would be a more, suitable sentence for what that had happened.
The attorney for Aguilera-Mederos says the process to shorten the truck driver sentencing is in the works, but it's up to the Colorado governor to change this sentencing.
Normally a commutation of sentence, which would possibly be where we're going with this, it only occurs if someone has been serving a sentence and then the governor is requested to reduce that sentence to allow them to leave prison. Normally, commutations don't happen until someone has served a much lengthier sentence.
And Governor Polis's office says he and his team review each clemency application. At last check, a spokesman says the governor welcomes an application from Mederos and will expedite consideration. But so far, as of yet, they have not received that application at this time. Nicole, we're going to keep a close eye on this one because it's changing very quickly.
Yeah, lots of changes here. Felicia, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.